started with just the three of us talking to one another.
It's shocking how little both of you know about anything.
Now we're going to go live on tour.
Please welcome Mr. David Letterman. Kevin Hart.
I asked you, is there a dress code? You said tuxedos and cool sunglasses.
For the past 3 years, Smartless has become one of the most listened to podcasts on the internet. It features spontaneous conversations and interviews with their pals, Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and Chicago's own Sean Hayes. Last year, they took the podcast on the road, including here to Chicago, that resulted in the new HBO series Smartless on the Road, a behind-the-scenes look at all of the silliness. And Sam Jones is the director of the docu-series, who joins us right now. Sam, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Thanks for having me, Dean.
I'm such a big fan of Smartless. I love it. It's ridiculous. It's so informative. It's so smart. So talk to me a little bit about the process of you following these guys around with a camera and putting it all up on a screen.
Yeah, so I got a call from Jason Bateman when there were only about 10 or 20 episodes of Smartless, the podcast, and he asked if I thought there was a documentary within this thing they were doing on just as an audio program. And I said, I listened to it, and I said, if it's as much about the three of you and your relationship as it is about the guests, then I think there's enough there for a documentary. And so we kind of made some rules, one of which was that they had to give me a key to their hotel rooms. And so it was sort of like a no boundaries filming experience, which as a director, you can't ask for anything more if you want to make a verite documentary.
Yeah, so you just had unprecedented access to them, I guess, then, right? Of being able to just go into their rooms and whatever was happening, you were able to record.
Very much so. And, I think we all had a trust that, partly came from, I've worked with Jason before and had met Will socially. And so we already had sort of a mutual respect, and they learned that my sense of humor was as sophomoric as theirs. And so pretty quickly we got used to each other. And then also we were doing it in the time of COVID. So we had an extremely small crew. And that really helped because there were only a few people around, and that makes it easier for, just for the guys to relax and be themselves.
I think when you listen to the podcast, you see that these are great friends, but they are just constantly acidic with each other, the way they barb at each other. But it was so sweet watching this, how in that downtime, Sean Hayes is talking about when he came out and his family and the sobriety issues with Jason and Will. It was really touching in those private moments.
Yeah, that the moment that you're talking about happened on the plane going out of Chicago. Mm-hmm. And I think that, it was a very spontaneous situation, and they were just chatting, and I started asking about Sean because I knew less about his childhood, and I thought I knew about Jason's childhood. And then when he opened up about all the anxiety and stress he felt as a child because he was carrying his own family and also a whole TV show when he was 11 years old, it was shocking to me. And I think that the series definitely needed that. I think that there was so much humor and so much brotherly ribbing and poking, like you said. But it was really nice that, not in an interview setting or anything, but just spontaneously through a conversation, they shared some stuff about their life that made you, connect with them even more.
All of those touching things, plus we learned more about Jason's bathroom habits than we ever thought we would know in this.
Imagine going on the road with him.
I can only imagine.
I mean, I didn't have the camera on all the time.
Yeah, right. Talk to me about when you guys were here in Chicago at the Chicago Theater, Sean's hometown. What was that like?
Well, it was sort of a homecoming for me because I had made a film 20 years ago in Chicago about the band Wilco. And Sean, I think was talking throughout the program, or throughout the documentary and the process of making it, how exciting it would be to have some sort of surprise guests that pop in and out. And as you could see, we had Bradley Cooper show up at one point, and And I suggested Jeff Tweedy because, I knew him and worked with him, and Sean loved that idea. Jason freaked out. Will obviously loved it. And they didn't know until Jeff showed up, but they were big fans. So, to be in the Chicago theater and have Jeff Tweedy walk out, and then have his son Sam, who I met when he was 2 years old, walk out and give Jeff a guitar was so great. And Andy Richter's there, and he's from the area. It was like a whole Chicago homecoming.
Yeah, if you love this podcast, and I'm addicted to it, Smartless on the Road is definite much-watch viewing. It's on Max. You can contact Sam on Twitter, @SamJones, and take a look at Smartless on the Road. Sam, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.